everybody, I'm back on Idaho Youth. So see all this? Picture this is all sagebrush. So imagine you're in your wagon with your horses and you're going down here. And with your horses, wagons, and you want to say, hey, I have a dream and I want it to be all farmland and be all city. So there's city. And so I'm going to take you, and it is the downtown historic district. And I'm going to take you, and I'm going to take you down here, okay? Right now, see that right there? That is the Twin Falls Convent. As you see right now, this is the first United Methodist Church. The Methodist Church was built in 1916. And over there is 4th at Shoshone Avenue. As you see right behind me, that is St. Edward's Catholic Church, and it was built in 1920. And over there is the public library. The first Mass offered in Twin Falls, Idaho, was in a little house by a pastor of St. Peter's Church in Shoshone on November 7, 1904. The Twin Falls Canal Company donated land on the corner of the 2nd Avenue East. The man of the parish built the church while the women collected funds. The small wooden church was completed in August 1905 on the feast of St. Edward. This is a simple tool that settlers used to plow their fields. As you see right here, right behind me is a clock, and that's not just any ordinary clock. That clock is from 1917.
When was the building built?
The building, see that building right over there? Well, that building was built in 1904. Wells Fargo Bank is the site of the first 1904 retail business in the Twin Falls. It was owned by two of Ira Perry's brothers, Silas and William, and their other cousin, William Burton. This was the only bank to survive the crash of 1929 and is the National Register of Historic Buildings. Okay, see this building right behind me? It is the Idaho Youth Ranch, and it was built in 1905. And 1907 to 1910, it was the county courthouse. Okay, so see this building right here? It was built in 1941, and it used to be called Crowley's, and it was a soda fountain and pharmacy. For over 65 years, the Crowley building has been a landmark in the Twin Falls. A 4-story building built in 1904, it stood as one of the tallest buildings in Twin Falls for 6 decades. Besides a popular soda fountain, it has also featured medical doctors, Air Force recruit office, a dance floor, and a photo studio. The 2 upper floors were removed in 1969, and the building has been ran by 4 generations of Crowleys. See that building right there? It's called O'Duncan's. And did you know, in 1916, a pharmacist bought it. And in 1954, it became a soda fountain. Hi everybody, my mom knows it. When you do jumping jacks, you get the blood flowing to your brain. But your brain I'm talking about. So I know my videos are really long, so just look down, push pause, go to the bathroom, turn on some cold water, and splash it all over your face. And then go back out, watch my video, and listen to some awesome, cool music. See that movie theater over there? That's the Orpheum movie theater. And back in 1910, they had silent movies where nobody would talk. Like, nobody would talk, it was just pictures. But they did have music from an orchestra. Scrappers and Stampers was once Koto Building, 1920. It was an expansion of the Twin Falls Bank. It took out Tom Koto's cafe that was there since 1908. The Depression closed Tom's Cafe in 1930. Post-World War II, Tom Jr. reopened Koto's Cafe for another 23 years. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, the historic ballroom was built in 1922. It was the grand vision of the Twin Falls Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, emblems of charity, brotherly love, justice, and fidelity greet all those who enter the building. Original marble stairs lead to the second floor ballroom, which once held meetings of exalted rulers and esteemed loyal knights as the original Elks Lounge Room. The Music Center is the longest continuous specialty music store in business since 1947, originally purchased in the 1930s. And I thought this was a cool fact. The original phone number is still in use. Key Bank still has a 1960s look to it, but this building was Ira Perine's first national bank building. In 1904, Perine used the bank to finance the Perine Luxury Hotel. It became the Fidelity Bank in 1935, and now it is Key Bank. Rudy's is the oldest continuous retail business in 1904. It was a hardware store behind the Perine and Burton store, and it moved to Main Avenue and became Twin Falls Hardware Store. In 1947, Rudy Anishburner purchased it. In 1991, his son Tom turned it into a cooking store. Tom is the one that discovered the original store was built in 1904. Tidepool was where the Twin Falls News was located in 1904. A weekly paper was published by Charles Deal and O.H. Barber from Salt Lake City. The public school administration building was built in 1917, but first it was the post office. In 1961, it became the school district administration. The Perine Hotel was described as a showcase for southern Idaho. It was first opened December 22nd. 1905 was elegant and luxurious. Bing Crosby and Gary Cooper were once guests. It was managed until the 1960s when it was demolished to make a way for a bank.
All the old cowboys are riding away. All the bright ponies at twilight fading to gray. Beneath the wind on the prairie that cries beneath. It's dust in my eyes, laying me to my not to die. Sing me to sleep in the starry sky. One last time, I dream forever is guiding you as long as the guides remember your song. You'll never be gone. It's the wind on the prairie that cries for me. It's dust in my eyes. All the old cowboys are
Thank you for touring Twin Falls Historic District with me.